Alrighty, here we go. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David? Brian? Hope you're well. I am. Alrighty, today we are continuing with the Mustang, as I said yesterday. We are, well, there's a few things we're going to do. Yes. Now, as a quick little aside, I noticed something on the box of the Warspite. I've got to say, I'm actually starting to get a bit excited about the Warspite, despite the fact that it's going to be a work in progress over a long time and we haven't even started it yet. I'm getting very keen on the idea of gearing up for it. I am. But one thing I noticed, and I'll show you before we get started on some stuff today, was some pictures on the box and what they've done with the stand. And it makes a little task all on its own, but I think I'm going to do that because it'll make it look cool. Yes. I'll show you. Alrighty. Now, first things first. Well, I'm getting kind of toasty already under that mighty aircon. Do I wish to leave it on? These are the things, kids. There's another thing first, though. Yes, there is. Oh, hey, Bassman, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, camera comes around. Now, I might let that hang out a bit. I'll just move these out of the way for a moment. Because what I saw that I thought looked pretty cool on this is probably that picture is the best one to utilize. That way. There we go. You can see that the stand can actually be made to look quite swish, actually, if you paint it black and then paint various parts gold. So as part of the process, I'm thinking very seriously about that. In fact, I'll go a step further. That's also going to be happening because if I'm going to go, a part of me is, I think I told you, I found I could get the wooden decking for pretty cheap, actually. Well, a price that I deem acceptable at bare minimum, being $46 Australian. I can deal. Now, but so here's something I wanted to put some more chrome around the edge there, and on the logo there. Did I want to do some tidy ups? Maybe. Now, these are done. They look nice. Do I need to do anything on here? That's the gear stick. We've painted that already. No, I don't think I do. Jolly good. We wanted to do, or we're going to need to do clear red on these. Now, zoom out a bit. That is zoomed out. All right. Now, once I've gotten I don't think I'm going to worry too much about the touch-ups. I'm just going to do that little rim of and the logo there. I'll worry about all the little fine touch-ups on everything later. What I'll do next, or once I've gotten that, let's get that done. Then we know where we're at. And then we'll see what we have in here that we need to work on, because there will be things. Obi Rob knows this to be true. So we'll get stuck into that. There's a plan. All righty. Nice and easy. So, first things first, in we come. Yeah, I am turning that aircon off. I'm getting toasty here. Not as being toasty is a bad thing. I don't want that. I want this. Now, pardon me. All right, that's probably enough on this one, because I've mixed it. Well, yeah, just yesterday. It's still pretty easy to work with. There we go. Now, goggles. And we'll go with that one. Yes. And I might just move the camera a bit up to there, I reckon. Now, over a bit. Now, here we go. There we are. I do enjoy painting, you know. I get a degree of genuine satisfaction out of it. Oh yeah, there we go. That's starting to come up nicely. You can probably zoom in a bit more than that. There we go. Now a bit nervous. Oh, let's hold them steady. Okay. All right, that's the bottom part done. Oh yeah, there we go. Let me just, well yeah, it's good. Maybe a little more on the side there. Yeah, have to be very precise here. There we go. Much better. Now, I reckon I'm going to do the other end, then I've just got to do the top. And that will be that. Well, notwithstanding touch-ups, but the bulk will be there to rock and roll. Yes, it will. Oh, hello, Dale. How you doing? I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you? In fact, I'm very good. Excuse me a moment. I'm hearing something make noise. I'm not sure if it's in my house or not my house, my unit or outside. I'm sure this place is haunted. I'm not joking either. I get random noises. I get it's nothing too scary, but it's just random. All right. Cool. Oh, that is looking much better, much nicer. Now, if I just do the top part, they're starting to look quite swish. That's something I was going to make mention of. When I looked at getting a photo etch set for the Warspite, I was looking at $200, in fact, over $200 Australian. But something that has occurred to me is there's a place underneath where I study my German and Latin called Maker's Space. Now, they do 3D printing, but I wonder if, along with that, they could do some photo etch work for me. I could also potentially approach some of the local hobby shops and see what can be done in that capacity. Because $200 is over the top. That's more than the kit cost. So, but if I can get it for, say, I'd actually be willing to go probably 100. Oops, the daisy. Got a bit overzealous there. That'll be an easy fix up. That's okay. Couple of touch-ups. Actually, thinking about it, there's probably going to be a few, and that's okay because I want to make sure I get the chrome under there, into there. Now that I think about it a bit more thoroughly, make sure it's nice, because really that should be the highlight more than anything else. Touch-ups that are in the position where they're going to be required are going to be fairly easy to achieve. So, hey. All right, now give me a moment. There we are. Right along the top there. Healing. There we are. Just got to get my light right. I'm thinking of getting a bench light going. Oops, hang on a moment. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. Excuse me, go to my shoulder for a moment. Come here, you. We're going to use this to mop up some of that really, yeah, that's very clumsy of me. But it'll mop up okay. This is a brush I don't normally. This was a good brush. It is no longer. So it's one of it serves rough purposes these days. Now, all right. Now, yeah, underneath, absolutely. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hello. Yes, correctamundo. Oh, hey Jeff, how you doing? Sorry guys, I've been very absorbed into my painting there. Yes, the old army painter brushes, they're great. Inevitably, to use a friend's phrase, actually it was with regards to fishing lures, but that's a whole other tale. With use comes loss. And or at least I did with that one. I can't remember what I did to, but I find them great. The triangular handle, boom, that's exactly what you want. Ease of control. Yeah, it's all good. Now, into here, I would suggest. On the topic of army painter brushes, there, Dale, they are my go-to if I can find them. So it's a bit blurry. Hang on, let's see if we can get a bit of focus. There we go. They're not always in stock at my local hobby shop. Well, not local, my hobby shop of choice. But yeah, I think they're the bee's knees. Yeah. Now, okay, and I'm going to be doing some touch-ups in here, but that's okay. I think I'd rather be doing more touch-ups. And actually, they're not as bad as I thought. But yeah, getting all the inner areas done is pretty important. Now, once all the little tidy-ups are done, it's going to look very nice. That is my opinion, at least. Give you a zoom in a minute, guys. Almost done. Ah, yes. So the touch-up points are going to be not much. Happily, bit of jet black, bit of yellow. That will be it. All right. Now, give me a... Yep, 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 and yeah, like. All right, give me a moment to clean my brush. I'll give you a zoom in. Yes, I will. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Now, now. All right. What I might do is use that one. Okay. So, whilst there are, and you'll see them, a couple of touch-ups now still required on the yellow and the black. Oh, wait, I know what I forgot to do. That's annoying. Doesn't matter that much. But we've now got our chromed around the edge there. I'm just going to do a little tidy up in the jet black. The yellow, got a bit overzealous there. Bit of yellow there. Oh, and I should chrome the logo before putting the decal on. But there we have him. All right. Now, pop that over to there. Next, these lights. Now, I might as well just take these extraneous bits of sprue off. Here's a question. Is extraneous sprue a character or a character that wasn't used for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? When you've got Augustus Gloop and who else is there? I've got all these strange names, so you know what? Yes, this is extraneous sprue, the son of the multimillionaire, whatchamacallit, aircraft manufacturer. A toy manufacturer, perhaps. Oops-a-days. All right. Now, I believe this is red all around, apart from the area that we've already painted chrome. I will just check that little detail. Robin. No, I think the middle is clear now. Wait, I can check that potentially. Hopefully. No, it is red all the way around. The picture tells us so. Alrighty. Let's do that then. And whilst I think too, it looks like there's a few little orange bits. Let's track them down as to whether they are. I might as well go and finish off the clear orange while I'm doing clear stuff. So let's see what we find. It'll be on the sides perhaps, or it might just be painted that way. Which is, well, we'll find out. It's backwards. Right, so we know that that's red, that's fine. Here we go. We paint them with the clear parts. 43 and 44. We'll ID them in a minute. Oh, there they are, nice and easy. Now what about on the side of on the hull? Let's have a look as to whether that is painted or an actual part. Excuse me, 136. Oh, okay, yep. No, this is looking very much like it's painted. All right. Excuse me. Orange and red. Oh, no, it's a decal. Okay. Well, okay, that makes it very much more simple, doesn't it? Okay. Well, now that we've learned all that, I'll tidy these ones up as well. I should probably give them a bit of a file. We'll get them done. Oh, hello. Oh, hey, Gustavo. How are you doing? Now, it's quite a remarkable thing, you think about it. I'm modelling in Australia. We have people from, let me see, the ones there's Gustavo in Brazil, David's in Wales, Brian's in Canada. I can't remember which country you're in, Stephen. Now, is it? I know it's Northern Europe. Can't recall offhand. But yeah, you get the drill. There's the joys of modern technology. I think it's amazing, really. So yeah. It's a very cool thing. Now, I'll just hold that there and keep it on the split as best we can. Just get rid of those little lumps. Where, I tell you, after the rumblings I've been getting with, it does. It's cool. After the rumbling I've been getting with having to do lots of filing on the P51B. There's a point to which if I never see another file again, I would not be unhappy. When the bigger reality, yeah, really. Let's take a chill pill. This is a bit fiddly to get to. Hang on. All right. Now, these are going to be pretty straightforward. There's not much to be done on them, really, in the bigger reality of life, the universe, and everything. So we'll start with our clear red. Now, which one of these was clear red yesterday? Doesn't really matter now, does it? That was yellow. Aha! Now, yeah, being a clear paint, it's not real hard to mix. Always reminds me a bit of cordial. Not that I'm going to drink it. I'm sure you get your noggin right. You understand that, but you know what I mean. Maybe a little more than that. There we go. That's plenty. All right. I don't need to be overly delicate with this little maneuver. I don't think, anyway. Now, to that end, we shall go. That's what we just used, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. This'll do. Yes. Now, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There we go. Now, oops, it does. Into there. Always liked the tail lights on a Mustang for some reason. I honestly don't know why, but it's just something about the way they sit, the way they look. Even as a kid, I've always thought they look cool. Now, that said, let's face it, it's a Mustang. There's almost nothing about a Mustang that is not cool. You know what I'm saying here? That is their function as a muscle car. To be cool. At least that's my opinion. Yeah. Now, do a little more portions here. There we go. Now, there we are. And there we go. You wouldn't have thought a brake light would require a bit of that much attention, would you? But there we go. I suppose you want it to look right at the end of the day. Certainly I do, as I'm the one building the bloody kit. There we go. Done. Should probably slap the back around just for good measure. Now the other one is here. And then it's the clear orange, which is just, yeah, we can use any brush for that really, because there's no colours to go next to it. Let's just slap it on. Slap it on! And then we can have a look at what else we need to get stuck into on our kit. Stuff that needs to be painted by hand at least. Anyway, that's the big one, isn't it? Or certainly in my eyes. Once I've gotten all that completed, alrighty. All right. Almost done. Yes. Yes. So we're down there. Yeah. At the moment today, I actually don't have to be anywhere or do anything, unless I receive a phone call from the nurse saying they're going to be here at whatever, like happened yesterday. But I'm not in any great hurry to disappear. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to keep streaming for a while today, depending on how much we need to do. Might run out of things to do, you never know. And how much, if I start getting a sore back or anything, that used to happen before the operation. I don't think it's so much a thing now. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. I would like very much to get a lot done. And you never know, with the, depending on various factors, I may even get on to the P51B and do some fucking filing. But it'd be a head start on stuff for tomorrow. All right, I'm just going to do the back of these. Actually, I don't. Oh, look at that. That's how it should happen. Indeedy, do, Janelle. Now, for those unfamiliar with Indeedy, do, Janelle, that's from an Australian comedy show. And from the 80s. And it was a payout on, I assume you've got them in your country, those home shopping channels, even the ones on the morning show where you get this hostess asking pretty vacuous questions of this enthused sales chick. And yeah, the big line was when the having him pitch this dolly question about how good whatever is. Indeedy diddy diddy do, Chanel, which would invariably be followed up with a gushing fantastic. Yeah. Probably not conveying it very well. Never mind. Now, yeah, there we go. Whenever it comes to clear stuff, if I'm going to paint it, I like to do both sides. I believe it gives better depth. That's my opinion. Excuse me. Just made an executive decision, which is that because I'm actually, to my disappointment, my back is a little tender right now. And if it starts playing up, that might be a good reason to do some filing on the P51B, so at least I'm getting some stuff done. You'll see how we roll, kids. I'd rather keep painting. All right. Well, they've come up rather nicely for us. I'll clean the brush and then I'll zoom you in. And then we'll do our clear orange. Now, I might use the same brush for the orange. I'll use a bigger one. I'll just go, be damned. Block them up. I'll plug that up. Stretch. Now, get the light right. There we go. It's a bit glary, but yeah, you can see how there's our Mustang brake lights. Beautiful. All right. Now, next. Excuse me a moment. What have I done? Dear oh dear. There we go. There we go. Now, the orange. A bit more. There we go. Now, we'll go something better. No, that's probably a bit of overkill. We'll go this one. right. And as you'd expect, being just these this big and no colours next to them, these are very easy. Now, what do we hit next? I think there's a couple of colours I need to put on the backboard of the engine. That's one thing. There's red I need to put on the, yeah, that's good, nice and solid covering. Let's do the back. On the battery, there's little things that we can do that I wish to do. All right, there we go. All right. So yeah, long and short of it, probably do this with that. There we go. That easy, not a biggie. Zoom out. Put them over here to dry. Clean brush. Now, actually, I don't need to. I can use this one. Yoink. Not happy with that. Hang on. That's probably why I don't think I actually put it through there. But yeah. There we go. Now it's clean. Mouthful of coffee. Now, next. Red. Now, I don't think there's any other red. Actually, I can take these goggles off. But I guess I may as well check out. And while I'm here, okay, hang on. Good. Now we should. What I'm going to do is pop these into the lid. If I see that they're all completed, they're going in the lid. Well, I must say we're off to a flying start here. What? All right. Now. It actually goes that way around, but that doesn't matter. I think. I've done that one. What are those two? I think they're a different color again. We'll have a look at that. There are a couple of little tidy ups, potentially. All good in the hood. Also AG. Done. 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 All right. What have we here? What have we here? And again, what is that word, people? It is done. This is good. Not done. In fact, not even prepped. We'll fix that up. Now, I'm not sure if I need to paint here in the middle. I've done around where the brake lights will go in. Hang on, or have I? Yeah, I would have done because boom. Now, something I am a little concerned about. What I've done. Also done. Oh, wow. That's actually a lot. There should be 2 of these, and I've only got 1. Now, that's not a disaster. And I'll explain why. We'll get a second one going next time we do the kit, I think. Now, I'm going to see if I need to paint this petrol thing there. I lost that in transit between here and these are done. My last place of abode. This is what as far as this goes, which is very inconvenient, but I can fix. Yes, I can. Now, so that's well, it's not painted, but that's a different matter. That's done. All right. Wow. All righty. So, now, good people, and that is, we'll pop that there as a reminder that we need to, oh no, we're going to pop it away back. Either way, I'm going to remember. So, let's see if I need to paint that at all. And if not, I would suggest you can get stuck heavily into these incidental bits, which is actually a pretty good outcome overall, peeps. Now, pop them to there. I would say that's possibly a decal. It is. Now, I will, however, just for my own edification. No, don't have to worry about it. The decal takes care of business, apparently. Next thing I want to check. Robin. Oh, no, here we go. There's actually a chrome part that goes in there. Very nice. Okay, and... Okay. There is a chrome bit there for the lock. Something I also wanted to check out very quickly is, are the window trims chrome or aluminium? Because if so, as in if they're chrome, well, that's a separate painting job we need to attend to all on its own. Let's see how we go. Here we go. Rubbing. It looks like, yeah, they are chromed. at least the back, that bar, and the very front. Okay, so there's that. So I could just do the chrome right now because it's only just over there and it's conveniently on hand. It does not go on to that. Oh, hang on. That bar. How does that happen? Rubbing. We'll worry about that element later, but the rest of it we can do. Now, do I need to chrome the decal there for the door lock? What about here? I'd say they're all chrome. Or are they parts? Let's have a look. I reckon they're parts. Correct. They are parts. We do not need to worry about painting them. That's a bit good. Apart from the back of that, which we'll be doing yellow. But that's a whole other story. So we don't need to worry about that. What about... It probably wouldn't hurt to do the lock. Okay. Let's do this. So there. Yeah. I see, said the blind man. Is it the full square there? Let's have a look, and then we'll get started. Now, it is indeed the full square. All right. Give it another quick shake. Now, that's actually pretty convenient. I don't have to go along the front there, just up and across. There's only 3 sides to this. And give me one last check on something. It's not on the actual sides here. There is on that beam, which we'll worry about later. But front and back only. That's interesting. All right. Now, we shall go with this one, I would suggest. Something really crisp. Now, let's do the easy stuff first. Where are we? I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. We'll raise that up a bit. There we go. I'll just pop that a bit further in so I don't accidentally knock it. One. Two. And 3. All right. Next. Now what I might do is just transfer some of this over to here by way of thinning this one out a bit. Now I don't mind getting a bit overly, like spreading it too far, because I'm going to paint over the top in time anyway. And the other reason is because there's actually tiny. There we go, that's better. A bit of detail that needs to be maintained there, I would suggest. Now, likewise here. Oh, that's come up pretty nicely. All right, now we'll go for the jar. All right, almost done. Happily. And we'll go from here. Oops. A little over the surface there, Roopster. Yeah, it will look much cleaner for that, I've got to say. Chrome, of course, being just that little bit brighter than the aluminium undercoat we've got. Come across there as well. Just to make sure we've got a good solid line of shiny. Oh, I'll stop right there. Hazy fucking fantasy. Don't know how many of you guys are old enough to recall that. If you missed it, you missed nothing. Here to tell you. Not good. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's good. It's very clean. I'll give you a zoom in on the front when I finished it, which is almost now. All right. Might be able to do with my hand. Does the backing. Give me a zoom in. So there you can hopefully see the difference between the two colours. There's a slight difference. I could probably have just left the aluminium, but the chrome is shinier. So I've rolled with that. Oh, hey Noah, how are you doing? So I didn't see you there. Thank you. Glad you appreciate it. Look, I love doing detail. It's my thing. More than anyone. any one element of scale modeling, to me, detail. So cool. I love this stuff. How you doing anyway? Good? Now, down we go. Now, what colour shall I go for next? I reckon I'm going to do the red on the battery. Yes, I am. And then, guys, South Jersey. That's quite a long way from me, mate. Yes, I'm in a small. Well, I view it as, I would suggest it's a small country town. In truth, in South Australia, it's the capital of the province, or the state. Place called Adelaide. It's only got about 1.5, maybe 1.7 million. I learnt as to what a true city looks like when I went over to Thailand and China, and about 20 years ago. And since then, I've only ever been able to view Australian cities as nothing more than country towns on steroids. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, particularly in Adelaide, where, ooh, hello. No, that's not really my bag. I'm not much into cars, but despite the fact I'm building one. I know that we have a pretty big race here in March in Adelaide, I think it is. In fact, I can almost guarantee you it's March. Everything happens in March. And the circuit is partly around the parklands. There's parts of the town get shut down because they use part of the city. Well, not the city. That's an exaggeration. Part of the edge of the city, and the parklands, and yeah, that's done here. I know it's a whole tour sort of a thing. There was a time when my phone's sagging. Hang on, give me a moment, guys. Sorry. I've got to find out what I can do to stop that. Maybe get a new boom. Thank you. But in the meantime, I do recall there was a time when Adelaide had a Grand Prix, and that's now gone to Melbourne, which is interstate. But I actually worked at the last Grand Prix in Adelaide, and mostly at the concert there, because there's a concert every year. When I was at, they had Bon Jovi. Yeah. That was 1990 something. If I was 28, it would have been 95 or some such. All right. So we've given our... I've already shown you that side. Equally, we got that side now with its shiny. Put that over to the side. Let it dry. Clean brush. Now, red we require for the, and I think it's just red on all the spots. I will check that for my again for my own edification. Oh my, siren time. Oh really? I was lingering a bit, taking its time. Bugger off it was. Never mind. Now, I should zoom you out a bit. Yep. Now, let's have a look at that battery. Yep, it's just red. Well, that's fine. This we will now attend to. Yep, all right. Now, aha. Who would have thunk it? Red. Now, while I'm here, so that's just a piece of prepping that needs to be done. Why have I got this out? Because that's the battery. Oh, wow. Oh, guys, this is fantastic. We are really close to getting all the hand brushing done, and then it's just touch here, touch there, touch there. This is good shit, guys. We've done well. Because here is our battery. And wow, we've done real good. Now, which means next stream we make this part, or the part we're going to need. Unless it miraculously appears, which I'm not holding my breath for. And it's already mixed. How good is that? Mind, there wasn't much in there. So, yeah, anyway. And then we can just do those little touches here and there that we've got to do. And then we are good to do airbrushing. Yeah. Of which there will be a few colors. First, we've got to do some chassis black. Then we got to do yellow. Oh, stop right there. And then jet black. And then it's assembly time. Yes, it is. So we will have done very well overall. Now, we will go with, well, not that one. It's looking a bit grumpy. How's this one looking? Yeah, all right. Here we go. Right, let's do this. Alrighty. Now, one of those should be blue, you would think. And there is some black that we need to tidy up there, and that's fine. I see. I see, said the blind man. There we are. Oops. So a little touch of black there and there. I reckon. So I do seem to recall batteries having, in fact, I know for my own battery, one of those terminals is usually blue in colour. Am I being pedantic? Yes. Do I care? No. Right. So, but given the business, particularly as we're really close to getting everything done, at least for the by hand stuff, this is fantastic. Really happy about that as an outcome. Now, I might even use an acrylic blue just for convenience. We'll see. Now I won't. Now, blue. Excuse me a moment. Sometimes when I get into this, I've already cleaned this. I probably have. Just get to a point where it's just all a bit of a painting. See the bald man painting. Excellent. Now, blue. This is insignia blue, not really the blue I'm after. Aggressive blue, not really. That's dark grey. I don't want dark grey. Dark sea, no. Dunkelblau, no. Or should I say 9? No. I wonder if I even have a straight blue in these colours, these paints. One way to find out. Otherwise, I'll have to hit the acrylic front. Let's see how we go. Now, that's the same engine blue I have, which is not necessarily such a bad idea, actually. You will do that. All right. Actually, we'll keep that out. We might be needing that at some. Oh, we won't today. Never mind. I'll put it back, but not now. Let's get this done. And then we're going to have a very quick gander. What are the other colours on here? Those two. Here somewhere. F B. Oh, that's convenient. Pretty much German field grey, which we have conveniently got out. In fact, to that end. All right, let's do this. Chugga, 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 chugga. Two colours at the same time. And then we'll just prep up this. Then we'll wind the stream up. And then, because we'll have done all the hand painting. Well, notwithstanding the little touch-ups and tidy-ups. But this is all very good. Very, very good. Now, all right, they're mixing quite cooperatively today. Excellent. All right. So I'll just do this little bit on the battery. And then we shall prep that up. Just a bit of 2 bits of the prepping I've actually got to do. I'll do off stream anyway because I've got to take it out and just spray it with some surfacer. It's not rocket science, you know what I mean? Now, there we go. Dealy. Now we'll grab this one. And that should be all the paint we require. And just wise guy. There we go. I have to find to be real particular. And I might. Oh, I'm going to. I have to zoom in to show you what I'm going to do. It can be done as part of a touch-up. Oh, that'll look cool, actually. Yeah, I'm definitely doing it. Give me a moment. Well, that's as thick as that needs to be. This will be cool when it's done, guys. I'll show you. I have a cunning plan. Now, what we shall do. So just notice something very cool. That can be done and will be done on the battery. That is not actually suggested by the painting lineup or painting thing, but it'll look good. Now, give me a moment while I grab this. Will be handy. There's a battery there. All right. Now, I'll zoom in a bit closer even if I can. Right, now there's clearly that big area there I need to tidy up between where I made it a bit clumsy with the black there. But more, now if we look at I've got the red and now blue on the battery like they normally have. If you look, there's the little clamps. And what I'm going to do is to paint them probably gunmetal grey to create the clamp effect that goes on with a battery in its normal circumstance. And I reckon that's going to look really cool. That's my thoughts. It's not that hard to do, and you know, it'll add just that little bit. That's my theory. Now, almost done for the day. Wow. German field grey we've already mixed. It's 2 spots. Come on, there we go. Now, if I'm lucky, I reckon I might even be able to utilize and it is just there. Two spots, a bit more. Almost there. All right, and in this instance, all it was, or is, will give us a proper focus. No, okay. Just those little spots there. That's it. Completed backboard. Zoom. Alrighty. Pop that there to dry. Clean brush. And finally, just a little bit of filing. Then I'm going to wind the stream up. Now, alrighty, now we go there. There we go. Just smooth them off. Hang on. It doesn't matter how good. It's just dawned on me there might be little things they're supposed to go on to. But anyway, a bit late now. They're this is those little sort of flap things you have above your thing. And it's just dawned on me they had little bits hanging off. They was, oh, that shouldn't be there. Just pile them off. But what if they are meant to be there? Actually, they probably aren't. Anyway, they're gone now. I'll work around it if they were. Alrighty. All I need to do with them now is just hit them with some surfacer. I'll zoom out a moment. Hang on. Hit these with some surfacer, and then I'll actually just hand paint them, I think, because I don't need to airbrush any German fill grey, so why would I? Just for that. Alrighty. But in the meantime, that is me done for today. All right. Oops. There we go. All right. Well, that's me done for today. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. First time viewers out there, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. You know you want to. If you would like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. And hang on, I've got a bit of paint or something on my nose there. Or is it just a shadow? I don't know. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. Again, follow, like, or subscribe. Now, tomorrow I'll be back. And I thought I was pretty happy with today's outcomes, David. Actually, I haven't shown them off to people, have I? Quick run through. We got hang on, where's our pad gone? Here it is. We got our the last of the chrome on our front end. Now we just need to do some touch-ups in the yellow and black. We got our tail lights done. Front indicator lights. We got, they already were done. Oh yeah, we got a bit on our, yeah, we did the chroming on our window trim. You can see it's slightly different to the aluminium. So we did that on the locks. Yada yada yada. We did our battery. Hang on a moment, that way around perhaps, Rob. And now we're going to just, once that's dried, we can just do the clamps for connectors. And we finish the backboard of the engine. There we go. All right. Oh, glad you enjoyed it, Bassman. Now, anyway, as I said, tomorrow I'll be back. And tomorrow we're going to be doing some filing because we need to get on to getting those wings on the P51B. We do. I have the 109 on hand. So if it starts getting a bit of a fisting of fury, we can divert into things to keep things nice and chill and progressive. And I've got a bit of funds coming in. I'm fixing this bloody headset. I'm sick of this nonsense. This knees bent advancing behavior, I tell you. All righty. As I said, that's me done for today. Thank you again for watching. At the end of the day, I will be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous. My pleasure, David.